I think our perception of skill building has changed a lot over the past year. We always relied so much on the presence of structures and of structured school programs to learn, but the pandemic really showed us that, of course, sometimes we need some of that in order to learn specific skills, but there are a lot of skills that we can learn in an independent and autonomous way at home. So, in my perspective, there are so many skills you can learn at home, and that kind of comfy environment and the convenience of learning at home can really make an ideal environment to self-learn something new. So today I wanted to give you some ideas and motivation and inspiration for skills you can learn in 2022. So without further ado, let's get started with number 1. So first of all, I have basic accounting skills. So for basic accounting skills, you should at least be able to record a company's or your own financial transactions over a period of time. The idea is that you learn the principles of reporting transactions and organizing that information over an accounting period. Learn how to summarize the company's cash flows and financial position too. And since this is a key function in almost all types of businesses, and a lot of these principles can also apply to your own personal finance analysis, it's definitely something worth studying and practicing, as that will give you a major understanding of how you can make informed financial decisions. Okay, so while the first one can be quite a necessity, learning calligraphy in the digital world is more like a luxury rather than a necessity, but it's still something really fun to learn. There's a lot of styles and tools to pick from. You have the Postman's Knot Learn Calligraphy worksheets that provide several sets that you can download and print at home to practice. And the Happy Ever Crafter also has a free course with all the basic strokes where she walks you through the basic calligraphy principles step by step. I'll provide all resources down below in case you want to check them out. And with the right resources and tools, you can learn to do some great sewing, stitching, and patching without breaking the bank. This will be helpful in numerous situations in your life, so it's definitely a great skill to add to your portfolio. And whether you have a bit of land or a very simple windowsill, there's probably room for you to learn a few gardening basics. Herbs, microgreens, small root vegetables, peppers, and small leafy greens are all things you can learn to grow if you plan out your space and implement a good routine. Skillshare has a great course on indoor edible plants, and Ron Finley also has a great masterclass with 10 video lessons. Also, let's not forget photography and videography, as well as the editing skills for both of them. It's so invaluable to learn those skills today and can be applicable in so many situations, from your career to a business perspective and even in your personal life. There's a lot of resources, classes, textbooks and guides on the internet that you can learn from and really start mastering these skills at home. Also, there's coding, and coding is such a daunting skill to learn, but when you pick a language and you know exactly why you want to code and what you want to use the skill for, you can go to great places like Free Code Camp and the Odin Project, and they provide great courses for beginners, but of course, you should search for specific courses on the internet, taking into account your specific needs. Okay, basic cooking is probably one of the most important and useful skills on this list, and I guarantee it's 100% something you can learn to do at home. You can start with the basics, and YouTube is full of videos where you can learn anything from mastering knife skills to using spices and even learning more about cooking vocabulary. This is one of those skills that you can make as cheap or as expensive as you want to, so there's definitely something for everyone. And still on the cooking/baking roll, you can learn how to bake and decorate a cake in 2022. And this is definitely something that's in my own personal list for skills I definitely want to learn for next year. Sugar Geek Show is full of incredible free beginner cake tutorials that guide you step by step through the process. And if you want to take it even a step further, the Wilton School has a lot of different online classes to offer, either individually or for groups of 4. And learning a new language is also something that you can implement into your routine right away. And there's so many different ways for you to do this. You have apps like Duolingo and Busuu which provide quick exercises for you to do on the go. You can also schedule online classes with native speakers through websites like italki, and that's actually how my husband is currently learning Japanese. You can also search the web for the most used textbooks and workbooks and just treat them like regular lessons. This is also a really fun one. There is so much you need to know to really learn what it takes to be an interior designer and what interior design is all about. From space planning to architecture, analytical drawing and materials, there is a vast array of skills and micro skills you need to learn to be able to master something like interior design. But even if you just want to learn a few basic notions about it, there's so much you can learn from online courses, textbooks, and other materials. And before I leave you, here's a word from our sponsor, Loom. Loom is a funny way to communicate with your team. When your calendars don't line up and there's no time to schedule a video conference, and you still don't want to type a wall of text, you can simply send a quick video of your screen and cam. This way you can personally connect with everyone without having to do dozens of different one-on-one calls, and then you can share everything seamlessly with a link. So if you want to try it out, I have a 14-day free trial of Loom's business plan, and this gives you unlimited videos and recording length, transcriptions, and closed captions, as well as filler word removal. To start using Loom, go check the link in the description box below, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!